Hi students, today we are considering the van der Waals gas equation. We know that the relation between pressure, volume and temperature of a gas is called equation of state of that gas or equation of state of that substance. For the perfect gas, this equation is given by PV is equal to RT. Let us name this as equation number 1, and here we have considered the gas is having the volume 1 mole. Okay. And while deriving this equation 1, it was assumed that the size of molecule of gas is negligible and there is no force of attraction between the gas molecules. These are the two assumptions considered while deriving the perfect gas equation. What are these assumptions? These assumptions are named as the basic assumptions for kinetic theory of the molecules, and these are: the first one, the size of molecule of gas is negligible as compared to total size of the gas, and there is no force of attraction between the gas molecules. On the basis of these two assumptions, the equation, gas equation PV is equal to nRT was derived. However, at high pressure and low temperature, the condition is somewhat different. Size of molecule of gas cannot be neglected. As you increase the pressure, so what will happen? The volume of the gas goes on decreasing as per the Boyle's law, and therefore the size of molecule of gas cannot be neglected in comparison with the total volume of the gas. And secondly, at high pressure, the molecules comes closer to each other, and therefore force of intermolecular attraction are appreciable. As the molecules comes closer to each other, the intermolecular force is not negligible, but it is considerable, and therefore and hence the correction must be applied to gas equation, which is PV is equal to nRT given by above equation 1. So let us obtain the correction for pressure and correction for volume. A molecule in the interior of gas experiences force of attraction in all directions, and therefore the resultant cohesive forces are zero. But molecules near the wall of container experiences resultant force inward. This force will cause increase in pressure on the gas. Let us consider one by one. A molecule in the interior of gas, let us consider firstly. This is the molecule. And it will experience equal cohesive force in along all directions, like this or like this. This force is cancelled by this force is cancelled by this force is cancelled by this force, and so on. So if the molecule is well inside the gas, then what happens? It experiences the force of attraction due to other molecules equal in all directions, like this. Intermolecular attraction force along all direction is same along west as well as along east, or in all directions, and therefore there is no resultant force acting on this molecule, or resultant cohesive forces are zero on these molecules which are well inside the gas. However, if you consider the molecule on the surface of the gas like this, then what will happen? There is the force of attraction towards the gas molecules inside the gas. However, towards the walls there are no gas molecules which will exert the cohesive force on this gas molecule. And in this case, Therefore, what happens? There is the resultant force acting on the gas molecules which is acting inside the container, and therefore the at the surface pull on the molecules is laterally and downwards. There is negligible intermolecular attractions above the molecules. So the net force on surface molecules is downwards, and therefore these forces acting on the molecules. Now we have seen the when the molecules are near the surface, they experience the excessive force, and we know that force per area is nothing but pressure. Therefore, the excessive pressure is observed or experienced by the molecules which are near the walls of the container, and this excessive pressure is directly proportional to number of molecules striking the walls of the container per second per unit area, and secondly the number of molecules present in the given volume. Excessive pressure is depending upon these two quantities. Number one, gas molecules are continuously moving. Therefore, on the walls of the container, the number of molecules are striking, and this striking number of molecules per second per unit area, that will affect the pressure, excess pressure exerted by the gas, and secondly the number of molecules, total number of molecules present in the given volume of the gas, and both these number of molecules striking the walls per second per unit area and number of molecules present in the given volume, both these quantities depend on density of the gas, and therefore corrected pressure is directly proportional to square of the density. It depends upon two quantities and both the quantities are depending upon density, and therefore correction in pressure is directly proportional to density square. Rho square, rho is the density of the gas. But this density is inversely proportional to volume of the gas, and therefore corrected pressure we can write down P is equal to A upon V square, where A is a constant named as the van der Waals constant, and therefore the corrected pressure is given by original pressure plus this excessive pressure, so P plus A by V square. So this is the corrected value of the pressure that is to be used in equation 1. What is equation 1? PV is equal to RT. In that equation 1, PV is equal to RT. Instead of P, we have to put this value P plus A by V square. This is named as the corrected pressure or correction in pressure. Now, secondly, we have to consider correction for volume. Now we know that the molecules have definite volume. Therefore, the total molecules of gas occupy some part of total volume of gas. For example, if we consider the room, this whatever may be the room you are sitting, that is the volume of the total volume of the gas. Then this total volume of the gas molecules, if you take together all the gas molecules, then volume occupied by these gas molecules may be equal to a small volume of a small ball, isn't it? But they have some volume, they possess some volume. Therefore the volume available for molecules is less than total volume of the room or total volume of the container, and the reduction in total volume depends on total number of molecules in gas, and it is found to be equal to 4 times the total volume occupied by the gas molecules at rest. If you bring all the gas molecules together, and made them to to be at rest condition. Then total volume occupied by those molecules, if we say some V, then the volume which is not available to move for the gas molecules is found to be 4 times that V, and that is denoted by B. And let B is the correction for the volume. Then the corrected volume is given by V minus B. So in equation 1, P is to be replaced by P plus A by V square, and V is to be replaced by V minus B. And therefore, the corrected, if we put from 2 and 3 in equation 1, then this is the corrected pressure, this is the corrected volume. P is replaced by P plus A by V square, B is replaced by V minus B, and therefore this multiplied equal to RT. This is the gas equation now, corrected gas equation now. And this equation was derived by van der Waals, therefore equation 4, this equation is named as van der Waals gas equation. These constants A and B, these are known as the van der Waals gas constant. And this equation 4 follows, it is followed by all the real gases under any condition. That means unless and until the gas is in the gaseous state, this equation is followed by these gases. So this is thus we have obtained the van der Waals gas equation from the ideal gas equation. What is van der Waals gas equation? P plus A by V square into V minus B equal to RT, where P is the pressure on the gas, V is the volume, total volume of the gas, A, this also V, same V like this. A and B are the van der Waals gas constants. R is the universal gas constant. T is the absolute temperature of the gas. Okay. Thanks a lot.